I even see the judge is looking at me with a raised eyebrow. That means it's a bad question. All right.
Well, it means it's past noon.
Oh, okay, that's the raised eyebrow.
Did you examine this watch?
I did,
Was there anything concerning about the watch to you?
yes.
What?
It had multiple recording devices on it.
Okay. And did you ever observe or have any knowledge that the watch was actually being used?
Yes,
How so?
she showed me.
What did she show you?
She showed me the SD card.
Okay. Aside from the SD card in it, do you have any information that your home was actually recorded with the watch?
No.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna kind of move towards some wind down type questions, or we're getting there, but I want to talk first about some of your parenting, some of the parenting things that have occurred during this case. For example, have you taken co-parenting or parenting classes since this case started?
Yes, I have.
What have you taken?
The UNLV cooperative co-parenting class and the Triple P positive parenting class.
Okay, and did you enjoy these programs?
Yes and no.
Okay, that's almost self-explanatory. But what did you learn from these programs, if anything?
The UNLV cooperative co-parenting class was basically geared towards the reason why high conflict is so toxic to children. And it gives you certain resources on how to communicate to decrease that conflict so that it doesn't negatively affect the emotional needs of the kids.
Okay, and that's UNLV you're talking
That's
about?
the UNLV one.
What about Triple P?
The Triple P positive parenting program, the best way that I can conceive of to explain it is that it's a pyramid is their graphic. You establish a good relationship with the kids and you're working towards establishing a routine that's fun and interesting. You're trying to stay on the progressive side rather than the reactive side of child behavior. So instead of correction, you are incentivizing the good and the right behavior. You're getting broad buy-in with a family rule set, basically, so that they have some ownership. And it's dovetailed really well into what I already know about basic leadership principles and things like that. So
Okay, have you applied any of these lessons from either program into your parenting?
yes, I've applied them extensively.
How so?
I have because it ties into what I already know about leadership based on the military and the fire department. I put that graphic right in front of their room. So when I wake up in the morning and do exercises, it's right there. And it's a constant reminder to me of the importance of insulating them from conflict and working together with Mr. as much as that is possible to keep them isolated and protected from that.
Were there anything in either of these programs discussing or providing instruction on how you should speak about the other parent to the children?
You absolutely cannot disparage them, and it goes beyond just verbal. It also goes on non-spoken. The kids want to please both parents, whether that's verbally or based on the kids' interactions with facial expressions, tone, hand gestures, all of that. You have to be mutually supportive.
Is that something that you've tried to implement?
Absolutely.
So how are you doing now?
They're very resilient, so they're generally doing okay, but there are times when it exhibits adult-like behaviors, like the recording stuff, and he's now fearful if I show up. He's fearful of me if I show up outside of the custody schedule.
Okay. And does that feel abnormal to you?
It absolutely does.
Okay. So we're here today on your motion to modify custody and make some other changes to your original order, which you testified has some graduated schedules built in. What are you asking the court to order as far as custody?
I'm asking the court for primary physical based on a 4-2 schedule, with me having children for 4 days.
So aside from, things like labels and whatnot, why do you feel that a primary custodian situation or primary custody situation is in the children's best interest in this case?
Because it's the most effective way to protect the kids. They're continually getting entrained into the conflict with everything that we've discussed. And unfortunately, the kids need both parents in their lives, but this seems to be the only way that they're going to have some stability and emotional protection, is because one parent is, in my opinion, pulling them into that conflict on a repeated basis. So the current schedule is engendering that.
Do you think that the physical time being spent with mom is, it weights what's happening more so, the physical time?
I absolutely do.
So, just to be clear what you're testifying to as to the why, your solution to these issues you've testified to today, it is less time with mom because of influences, is that fair?
Yes, that's fair.
Okay. Now, aside from that custody schedule, you have issues with the current accelerating step-up schedule involving the children?
Yes, it's sending a message to the kids in concert with the rest of the behaviors that Ms. is exemplifying.
Okay, now earlier when Ms. Wilson was giving her opening statement, do you recall her alleging that you've been making allegations of alienation since before you were even divorced?
I recall that, yes.
Yeah. Now, you already testified that you agreed to the step-up schedule, correct?
Yes.
Do you believe that that graduated schedule was a show of good faith for you?
I do.
Would you have agreed to a graduated schedule like that if you had anticipated the issues that you've had with mom?
Never.
Now, you talked about FaceTime issues that you're having. Are you asking the court to limit FaceTime communications between the children and the non-custodial parent?
Yes.
First off, why?
FaceTime's not, it should be a neutral device that's used to build and maintain bonds, and that's not what it's being used for.
Okay. So if it were being used appropriately, would you object to it?
No.
Now, what do you think, considering how the experiences you've had, what are you asking the judge to do though, as far as these limits or time limits or frequency?
There needs to be safeguards. If the court awards that 4-2 schedule, then I think it would be a reasonable, like a mid-custody cycle FaceTime initiated by the children, or 15 minutes. If the court grants the alternate relief, which is an equal timeshare, then there would need to be safeguards and behavior order regarding FaceTime.
And what would you want that behavior order to include? Like what types of orders?
As it pertains to FaceTime?
Yes.
With the 4-2 schedule, it would be that mid-cycle FaceTime period. If it's equal timeshare between the houses, then it would have to be initiated by the children because of the frequency of transfers. I don't think that it's as necessary to have an everyday phone call for 15 minutes when it's being used the way it is.
Okay. So if it was more of a equal schedule, then you would almost want to eliminate the FaceTimes, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. What about medical decision-making? Are you asking the court to enter any protocols for that?
There needs to be a tie-breaking protocol of some sort.
Now, you testified about the vaccination issue and some of the testing that you didn't like. Have there been any other, and the issue, were there any issues that you recall that Ms. interfered with where either children was totally deprived of medical care?
A total deprivation of medical care? No.
Okay. So what types of safeguards then, with that in mind, what types of safeguards, you talk about tiebreakers, how do you envision, or what type of issue would you envision the court needing to have a tiebreaker on?
That would be for on vaccines.
Okay. So you're not asking for any sort of sole legal custody on that issue, just something perhaps to reinforce, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, just clarify, something to try to reinforce maybe medical norms?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking for a behavior order? You've alluded to that.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And would you like that behavior order to be all encompassing beyond FaceTimes and whatnot?
Yes.
Okay. And what would be the crux of that behavior order as far as how do you feel that would benefit you and mom co-parent?
It would encourage neutrality. It would protect the children's emotional well-being, their longest standing and greatest good over time. It would provide guardrails and safeties for all of the issues that we're continuing to have.
Do you feel that the lack of some of these guardrails and specificity on orders has contributed to some of the issues you've had?
Absolutely.
So we briefly mentioned recovery days earlier. Is there anything in your decree that allows you to have makeup time if you are unable to exercise your time due to like the military commitment?
Yes.
Okay, and have you lost time as a result of that?
Yes.
Can you kind of summarize to the court what that has looked like as far as when, how much?
In September of 2022, my older child had a surgery, and that backed up right against military training, and I was gone for greater than 21 days, like 22 days of military training. So I lost, I didn't see the kids for a long time based on that. And the decree provides for 4 days if it's greater than 21 of recovery time. Ms. grant 2, but the other ones, the last 2 were never, she never agreed to those.
Were there other issues where this occurred?
Yes, during the CPS investigation, that was, I didn't see the kids for, it was like 20 to 30 days or whatever, May 25th through June 21st was, and they didn't get to see their brothers. That entire time was a time that I didn't see the kids.
And why didn't you see them during that time?
The CPS investigation.
Who told you that you couldn't see the children because of that?
Ms.
Were there any orders that you were aware of that you were not allowed to see them?
No.
Okay, so couple final things here. So you're asking the court to recalculate child support?
Yes.
Okay, and you testified that you're no longer receiving National Guard income, or you won't be at some point, so.
Yeah, I'm not receiving it.
Okay, so that's a change. And so you're just looking for current financials from both parties in the court to reassess child support as well?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking the court to order attorney's fees?
Yes.
And why are you asking for that?
Primarily to serve as a deterrent from continuing to pull the kids into these toxic issues. And secondarily, because I've been forced to defend against all of these false claims.
So I want to ask a couple of follow-ups about the litigation here. So you filed a lot of things in this case
Yes.
as well, right? Okay. And do you have concern that the court, do you have any concerns that the court looks at some of these filings as possibly you being overly litigious?
I do have those concerns.
Yeah. And how would you explain to the court the purpose of the majority of your filings with this court since the matter reopened?
I'm trying to protect the kids.
And have you had an attorney during the majority of these proceedings?
No.
So going to the order show cause filing that you filed, asking for the court to hold Ms. in contempt, and they had the hearing in May. In that request, is your goal to rigidly enforce court orders and look for violations? Is that what you're doing?
No.
What is your purpose in bringing those contempt charges, we'll say, or allegations against mom and asking the court for relief?
That's the only thing that seems to ever provide any protection for the kids. It's the court is my last option. If I can't work it out with her, and the kids are continually being put into these situations, what else do I do?
Okay. So, for example, the August 28th medical appointment that you testified to where after the video recording, the appointment an hour after, is that being brought out of concern for the allegations and what it's going through, or because mom violated a court order?
I am tremendously concerned about the impact that this is having on, and that is why I filed that. Okay.
And so, in line with that, I'm gonna just ask you one last question here for now. And what is your goal here in this case? What do you want the judge to do to help you and your family?
My goal is that I can have loving relationships with both of us, but the difficulty that I'm having is that only one party right now seems to be driving towards that goal. They need to maintain their sibling bonds, and all of this harm needs to be rehabilitated.
I'll pass the witness.
Sorry, cross-examination. And I will note, just so you're aware, Mr. Burton, you're an hour and 40 minutes into your time. I know you looked at the clock earlier.
Yeah,
The clock is an hour behind though, just so you're aware that.
Shoot, I thought I was killing it.
It's 11:20, so Ms. Wilson, you may proceed.
11:20, what time does the court?
At noon.
I really did. I thought this has only been an hour
Right.
because.
The clock is an hour out. Sorry about that. All right, Ms. Wilson, proceed.
No way. Should we let him know about Dr. Bergquist?
Oh, yeah, we can, so Dr. Bergquist is going to come at 1:30.
1:30.
What time do you resume?
At 1:30.
At 1:30, okay, so she's gonna come at 1:30.
Okay.
So we're gonna break off and break back in then as far as where we're at.
All right. So Mr. You testified about your observations of some of the videos, and do you mind if I continue to sit? It's easier for me to see my computer.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. You testified about some of the videos and your takeaways, observations, inferences of those videos. Is it your intention that the court should watch those videos for itself, those ones that were stipulated?
Yes.
Okay. And the August 28, 2024 visit to the ER, you've read those records thoroughly, correct?
Yes.
And you're aware that those records indicate that the urinalysis showed trace amounts of blood in urine?
I am not.
You're not aware of that? Oh, okay. Well, then, let's have a look, shall we?
Sure.
That was that defendant triple G. Was that the one that was in the light blue binder? You have that beside you now?
I think
Oh, sure.
Quadruple G or triple?
I think it's triple.
it's quadruple.
Oh, it's
Quadruple G. Thank you. Can you turn to, in that exhibit, defendant 2251?
2251. Okay, I'm there.
Okay. And you see a box there with some test results. And it says, do you see where it says?
No.
You don't see where it says? You're on DEF 2251.
I am.
Okay,
Oh, I see it.
okay. And next to it, it says negative in parentheses.
Yes, yes.
And then what does it say to the far right there?
Trace asterisk.
Trace, okay. And then also, if we look at a little bit further down, it says you are leukocyte? Do you know what
Yes.
leukocyte is?
I see it.
Do you happen to know what leukocyte is?
No.
Okay, and to the far right in the box there, what does it say?
Small asterisk.
And as a consequence of this visit, the doctor prescribed antibiotics, did she not?
She-
You've been to Sky Canyon ER a few times, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And when you, describe to me what you see when you enter the ER there.
You see the kiosk where you log in. There's a desk and a waiting room.
And what's the desk?
What do you mean?
Who's at the desk?
Personnel,
Is a security guard at that desk?
sometimes.
And is it routine for a security guard to greet patients when they come into the ER, is it not?
I'm not sure.
You testified that you were greeted by a security guard on this particular occasion on August 28, 2024 when you came, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What time of day was that?
It was around, it was nighttime.
Okay. And had you ever been greeted by a security guard before when you came into that ER?
I don't recall.
And did you make a phone call to the ER before you arrived?
I did.
Have you taken on to a doctor appointment for vaginal?
Yes.
When did you do that?
On November 13th of 2023.
What were her complaints then?
Pain and itching.
And was that an emergency appointment?
Yes.
And did you tell Ms. that you were doing that?
I don't recall.
What tests were performed during that visit?
A urinalysis and a urine culture.
How did they obtain the urine culture?
I have no idea how that works.
Did you notify Ms. before those tests were performed?
Did I notify her before the tests were performed? Yes.
You did.
Yes.
How did you notify her?
I don't remember. It may have been a text message.
Okay. Did you record the doctor's recommendation for those tests?
No.
Did you put her on a Zoom call for the recommendation for those tests?
No.
Isn't that what you are alleging that you did in violation of the decree?
No.
Is it your understanding that that's what the court's order to show cause is demanding of Ms.?
No.
When you and Ms. separated, going back to, this was approximately November of 2021, is that correct?
November of 2021. Yes.
Okay. And how did you two communicate mainly at that time?
Over the phone, I think, and through text message.
And maybe I misheard your testimony, but I thought that you said that you denied that you were alleging Ms. engaging in parental alienation at that time.
I don't understand the question.
Now, let me rephrase. When did you first start accusing Ms. of engaging in parental alienation?
I can't accurately recall.
Can you recall, was it right about the time you started, that you were separated?
No.
It was not?
No.
Was it, how long after that do you think that was?
I don't know, maybe 2 years or 3 years or something like that.
Okay. What is, so you've read the CPS records, correct?
Yes.
And you said that the investigation was unsubstantiated. What precisely do you think was unsubstantiated?
What do I think was unsubstantiated in the CPS records?
Yes.
The claims,
What claims?
child sex abuse.
So your understanding is that Child Protective Services found that there was no child sex abuse on.
I don't pretend to know exactly what a lot of that means.
Oh, you don't? So you don't actually know what was unsubstantiated?
Objection, answer calls for legal conclusion.
Sustained.
In this litigation, pediatric urology records have been stipulated for admission, correct?
I think so.
And I'll represent, we can look at the, so on the stipulation that Mr. Burton gave to the court earlier this morning, there is a stipulation to the pediatric urology records. They are plaintiff's exhibit 91. And we've also stipulated in this litigation to the entry of the complete sets of Desert Pediatrics records for both kids, correct?
I think so.
And court's indulgence while I find that exhibit number for the court. I might be wrong about that one. You might not have a stipulation on the Desert Valley records.
You have my step correctly.
I do.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit surprised. We don't actually have a stipulation for the Desert Valley Pediatrics records for and for those are plaintiffs exhibit 60 and 61. I don't have them on our stipulation list, but I do have them marked as something that we had stipulated to previously.
Which are the, where from?
Plaintiff 60 and 61. Plaintiff 60 is set,
Mm-hmm. What hospital or what doctor?
The Desert Valley Pediatrics?
Do you have these in your book anywhere?
No, he would not have, well, go
You-
ahead.
I was just wondering if he did so that I could, because maybe they're duplicated somewhere, but it doesn't seem that way.
60 and 61.
Mhm.
I have those right here.
Yeah, you have them up there, but we don't have them you didn't have them in your books anywhere, huh? No?
They're in the binder number 2, the medical records one. They're called the pediatric records. And
Okay, so that would be 60 in J, it's also J. Okay, and also, so we have these as well,
Oh.
I think. So, and they are in our stipulated book,
Oh,
so
okay.
you must have at some point.
Don't know that.
So
Okay,
exhibits 60 and 61 are duplicates of exhibit J.
J, yes, and so,
and they're combined as J, is that correct?
correct.
Okay,
So any objection to the admission of exhibits 91, 60, and 61?
60 and 61, what was 91?
Well, I'm sorry,
That's-
91 was already I'm sorry.
Okay.
I meant 60, 61, and J.
Correct.
91 is on the list, as I recall.
Okay, and 60, so 60 and 61 are fine because I think J is already on the list as well.
yes,
Right, so
okay.
we'll admit 60, 61, and J.
So the pediatric urology records, pediatric urology is the practice that did testicular surgery, is that correct?
Yes.
And did they also do,
Yes.
and you testified that the surgery was postponed, how many times?
Multiple times.
You don't know how many precisely?
It's hard to tell.
Did you ever cross-reference the pediatric urology records with the Desert Valley pediatric records for illnesses during the time that the surgery was scheduled and rescheduled?
I tried to.
And what did you find?
Sometimes he was sick, sometimes he wasn't.
Okay, and was one of those times actually because he had a vaccination and the anesthesiologist would not perform the surgery in proximity to the vaccination?
I don't know.
You don't recall that?
No.
Did you ever schedule?
I think so.
Did you ever verify the surgery in advance?
I'm not sure.
Are you aware of the schedule upon which was vaccinated?
Yes.
And wasn't unvaccinated on the spacing schedule that you said Dr. Blank discharged them from?
Yes.
But Desert Pediatrics did vaccinate on the space schedule, correct?
Yes.
Is it true that you took your first wife back to court post-divorce to force the vaccination of your two older children?
to say yes or no.
Did you file a post-divorce motion to force the vaccination of your children?
Yes.
Prior to filing that motion, is it true that you signed a religious exemption from the vaccination of your children?
No.
How old were your children when they were first your two older children when they were first vaccinated?
That would have been in 2018. You're asking me to do math again without a pencil and piece of paper. I think that, no, it was 2019. So it was 10 and it would have been 8.
You testified that was showing fear when you show up outside of the ordinary custody schedule. But he's not fearful during ordinary custody exchanges, is he?
On occasion.
Do you enjoy a close and loving relationship with?
Yes.
Do you enjoy a close and loving relationship with?
Yes.
You have a nickname for you.
Yes.
What is it?
Snuggles.
Why did she get that nickname?
She is very much a snuggler.
During the CPS investigation, you went to Metro, did you not?
Yes.
Why did you go to Metro?
To get the police reports.
And while you were there, you had your phone open, correct?
No.
Isn't it true while you were there, a clerk saw an image on your phone?
Yes.
And would that not imply your phone was open?
No.
Okay, explain that to me.
I opened it and I handed it. There was the COVID protocol, so I opened it up and handed it to her through the hole.
So your phone was open, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And the clerk saw an image on the phone?
Yes.
Can you describe the image that the clerk saw?
She saw a picture of my daughter standing on a stool with on her bottom. Picture of her bottom.
And what was the phone wearing?
It was a picture of her bottom, so nothing.
And why did you take that photo?
Because Miss and I were passing photos back and forth about the eczema.
Mm-hmm. And isn't it true that you're taking photos to record her condition?
Yes.
We talked a few moments ago about your two older children not being vaccinated until, I think you said it was 2019.
Yes.
And isn't it true that you brought that motion to force the vaccination of your children precisely so that you and the children could live with me? Is that right?
No.
Is it true that you sought to unseal the file in this case?
No.
Is it true that you filed a writ petition to the Nevada Supreme Court to unseal the file in this case?
Objection, relevance.
What is the offer, counsel, as to?
The offer is to show the defendant's inconsistencies.
I'll allow the examination briefly, so the
It's not-
objection's overruled. You may answer the question.
What was this? You brought a writ petition to the Nevada Supreme Court to unseal this case, correct? What did you bring a writ petition to the Nevada Supreme Court for?
To gain access to my own case and to others.
And to other people's cases, so you wanted to unseal other people's cases, correct?
No,
What other cases then?
I wanted motion samples.
Wouldn't that necessarily mean unsealing other people's cases?
No,
Explain that to me.
I don't want broad. I just want a template so that I don't procedurally make an error that incurs fees.
So it's your testimony that your writ petition was not alleging that NRS 125.110 was unconstitutional, both facially and as applied?
It is,
That was precisely your issue to the Nevada Supreme Court, correct?
correct.
And that means that you were petitioning the Nevada Supreme Court to unseal files, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm gonna object to relevance again.
That's fine. So when did you file that petition, if you recall, approximately?
It was in the summer of 2024.
And during the pendency of this case, after you filed your motion in November of 2022, isn't it true that you made a request to the court in your prior divorce proceeding against Stacy to seal that file?
Yes,
Is it true you sent a text message to Ms. that was intended to be sent to yourself as a note in which you stated, nail her on, and then you had a topic regarding a filing she had made?
yes,
Is it true you took your son on a custody exchange to which you had called the assistance of Metro?
yes,
Is it true that the video footage of Miss garage door during this custody exchange shows lingering around as your father talked to a Metro officer, belittling Miss and told the Metro officer the history of what brought you there that day?
yes,
Is it true that you used AI to draft your pretrial memorandum?
yes,
Is it true that you did not thoroughly review the pretrial memorandum that you used AI to draft?
no,
How do you explain quotes of certain text messages and medical records that deviate from the originals?
I don't know.
Do you have a girlfriend at this time?
No,
Have you had a girlfriend recently?
yes,
How long ago did you split up?
2 months ago.
Do you have any intentions to resume that relationship?
It's undetermined.
Where does she live?
California.
Do you have any intentions to move to California?
No,
Do you intend to seek a relocation order?
no,
What are Miss' good qualities as a parent?
she loves the kids, and she's very involved with their with what they do. She's very good at she's really good at training the kids with school activities and things of that nature. She's better than I am at it.
Do you have any other good qualities as a parent?
Yeah,
Such as?
she's very organized. She keeps she runs a good household.
What do you mean by that, runs a good household?
In terms of just managing the day-to-day operations of a family, you know, a single mom family.
Any other good qualities?
I think those are the big things.
Other than the things that you've already testified about, do you have any other criticisms of Ms. parenting of the children?
No.
What about as a co-parent? Does Ms. have any good qualities as a co-parent?
There are times when we're able to get things done, work together.
Such as?
At times, we've been able to get to learn to skate initially.
Okay, anything more recent?
Can you ask a question again? I lost my train of thought.
There might be two of us in this.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about things that you were able to cooperate with respect to the kids. And you referred to cooperating and getting to a learn to skate program initially. And I asked if there's anything more recent that you cooperated on.
Yeah, there are multiple things during our daily interactions that we are able to cooperate on recently.
Do you have some specific examples?
They're broad and it's through the text message, but it's I think we cooperated on school choice. And there are some medical issues, like when she's been sick, we've been able to cooperate to, get her to the doctor and things of that nature.
Anything else? I don't want to cut you off.
That's what comes to mind.
Okay. There are, in the exhibits, there are some stipulated emails between you and Ms. And many of those are recent, within the last year. Do you think that those emails represent examples of you minimizing conflict with Leanne?
They are attempts to.
And you want the judge to review those emails, right?
I don't object to it.
You have a request to the court for some makeup time. And so this makeup time provision came into effect in the decree of divorce that was entered in July of 2022, correct?
Can you re-ask that?
Where does the makeup time provision come from?
Okay, it comes from the divorce decree.
Okay, And that divorce decree was entered in July of 2022. Since July of 2022, have you had any military duty that was 21 days or longer?
July of 2022, yes.
When?
September of 2022.
How long was the military duty?
It was like 22 days.
Weren't you also traveling for an older son's surgery during that time?
Prior to it,
Wasn't that actually part of the 21 days?
no.
No? Okay. Have there been times when you've missed your routine timeshare that Ms. has offered you some of her time for makeup time?
Not to my knowledge.
Did you exercise your Father's Day holiday this year?
Last year,
No, this year.
what was the date? I don't remember.
You don't recall having your children on Father's Day?
No. I could have, but I'm bad with dates.
Okay. Did you exercise your Labor Day holiday this year?
I'm not sure.
That was literally this week.
Yeah, it's been a busy week.
Okay. Did you have your children on Monday of this week?
Today is Thursday, so I think so. I'd have to look at my schedule. I don't recall.
Today is Thursday.
Right.
Yesterday was Wednesday. Did you have your children on Wednesday?
Yesterday?
Yes.
Yes.
And did you have them on Tuesday?
Yes.
And did you receive them on Tuesday?
Yes.
So you picked them up from Tuesday?
Again, I would have to, I'm starting to get confused, sorry. I'd have to look at a calendar, because, yeah, I'd have to look at a calendar to be able to determine if I had them that day or not.
You don't remember 48 hours ago?
It's been a really rough week.
Okay. Does the decree allot each party vacation time with children?
Yes.
Have you exercised all of your vacation time with the children this year?
No.
Did you exercise all of your allotted vacation time with the children last year?
No.
Did you exercise all of your allotted vacation time with the children in 2023?
No.
I have the court's indulgence of just reviewing the notes to see if I have any further questions. Do your older children ever get physical with your younger children?
Yes.
How so?
They play.
Explain that.
When they were younger, when they were younger, I would play with them, different games, and in the course of that play, what was your question again?
If your older children ever get physical with your younger children,
Yes,
and I asked you to describe that.
yes, they play together, more so when they were younger than now.
Can you be a little more descriptive in terms of
They-
how they play and how they're physical with one another?
They play the lava game, they do Nerf gun fights, they play in the backyard, they play soccer.
Do they wrestle with each other?
No,
No wrestling allowed.
no,
Do the two boys wrestle?
they do,
And what about with their younger brother?
no,
They've never wrestled with.
not to my knowledge.
All of your children are in jujitsu or some form of martial art, is that correct?
Yes,
And do
No.
they ever practice that with each other?
or,
Any combination of your children?
yeah,
Mhm.
will rehearse and practice.
And what about with their little sister?
No,
She doesn't want to get in the mix and emulate them,
she wants to.
does she?
No,
Is she still doing jujitsu?
yes,
How frequently does she do that?
not very.
What does that mean, not very?
When time and space allows, basically.
When was the last time she went to jujitsu?
I can't remember.
Did either of your boys ever pinch Zion?
No,
They ever hit her?
no,
Have they ever tussled with her?
no,
Are these three children under your supervision at all times?
no,
If they are not under your supervision, are they under someone else's supervision at all times?
no,
So there are times when the children are unsupervised.
yes.
When are those times?
The 20 minutes, initially, it was the 20 minutes when I went to go get, or during the step-up plan, when it was less than 1.
Okay. So, am I understanding your testimony that if you weren't out and now you exchange the children on the same schedule, correct? We're on the same schedule right now, is that right?
Yes,
Together, so
well,
you're picking up and dropping them off at the same time?
she started school, this last school year, so they're fragmented by the school now.
But that doesn't affect the child exchange, right?
It does.
How does that affect the child exchange?
I show up and I pick up, whereas before it was, and because it's at school, in school now.
Oh, so meaning that on leaves for school from mom's house on the day that you're starting your timeshare with the kids.
Yes,
So she leaves for mom's, you pick up, and the opposite also happen? And leaves your home to go to school and mom comes and gets Zeke.
yes.
Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. I don't know. I'd have to look at the schedule.
All right, I don't know that it's particularly relevant to my question. Right? So what I'm trying to get at is, other than, in an ordinary day, we're not talking about there being any exchanges, you're just home doing your day-to-day routines with your kids, they're coming and going from school, they're home in the afternoon, because all your children are all on the same schedule, more or less, correct? You have your older boys when you have on, you just have a little bit less of the time that you have the older two. Is that right? And so you're having an ordinary day. All the children are supervised by you all the time.
No.
Are they, if they're not supervised by you, are they supervised by somebody else?
Yes.
So there is 100% of the time adult supervision on all of the children.
No.
Explain.
There might be times when I'm cooking and the kids are on the other side of the pony wall.
Did you say pony wall?
Pony wall.
Okay. Do they go to other areas of the house?
Yes.
And so they're playing together in other areas of the house too?
No.
Explain.
They're doing their own thing. They're teenagers now.
What about before they became teenagers? What about, we're talking about the time frame, let's say specifically in 2022 and the first half of 2023 before the custody evaluation.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure, I even see the judge is looking at me with a raised eyebrow. That means it's a bad question. All right.
Well, it means it's past noon.
Oh, okay, that's the raised eyebrow.
So I don't know if now's a good time to break, but I'll let you follow up with this question, but I'm looking.
Yeah, let's, we'll finish it, and then I may in fact even just be completely done, but I'll verify that over the lunch break.
Okay.
So let me see if I can formulate this question a little more succinctly. Thinking back between the time before the custody evaluation and post-divorce, so we're July of 2022 to roughly May of 2023. Okay? There's no order of for supervision of the children at that point in time. Is it your testimony that they nevertheless were supervised by an adult at all times?
Is it my testimony that they were supervised as an adult at all times? Is there another way you could ask the question? It's confusing to me. Is there another way? I'm lost. Can you answer?
Okay. Basically, I'm just trying to figure out if the kids out playing by themselves without somebody watching.
No.
Never.
I can't say never, but no.
Okay.
Right, so I'm looking at breaking.
Break.
Breaking.
I was gonna try to tell Mr. Burton whether I had any more. I don't think that I have any more.
So we're gonna call Dr. Bergquist at 1:30, and then I will redirect my client, and then Ms. Wilson may have then a little more for him, but I would assume we would be able to wind him up and then move on to Mr. fairly quickly then.
Fair enough. All right, we're in recess. The courtroom will be locked, so you're welcome to leave your. We are back on the record versus matter, and we are set for this afternoon. And you may be seated. And I believe, did you have any follow-up cross-examination of the defendant?
I will have, so I hadn't completed my, so I do have a couple more You haven't started yet, but I think
No.
we're gonna take Dr. Bergquist now.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, let's go
and
ahead
then
proceed.
and then I think I would jump into redirect with my client and then pass likely back to Ms. Wilson for a little bit.
Okay.
Right? You were done, you had passed, I think, right?
I had not, I said I was not sure, I was
Okay.
reserved.
She was on the fence.
I
Okay,
was on the fence, exactly.
let me know. So I guess we will call Dr. Bergquist, who I do believe is in the hallway, I think I saw that.
We can open the doors again,
Yes.
to open the proceedings, but we're out of time, so.
We
it's really
had
more
talked
about
briefly about logistics and stuff. Thank you so much. And we agreed that a few more hours, a half day, which should be plenty. We have, just to finish up with Ms. I don't even have that much for Ms. And I had spoke to Ms. Wilson yesterday about what, where her heavy questioning was, and you had also indicated that your client wasn't your heaviest spot either, so with Mr. being.
Well, so
But-
Mr. Burton is correct that this is what we said out in the hall, but then he said,
I have about an hour with your client. And so whereas a half day is 3 hours, and we
Right.
have a little bit more to do with Mr. We have one non-party witness who is probably 5 or 10 minutes tops. And then we have Ms. I'm a little nervous that
We agreed
a
that the,
half day would.
we agreed that the small witness can come on video, well, that doesn't really help any of the timing
No,
challenges. If, I am, okay, I don't think we would use.
I don't think we
another-
use a whole
no.
day, but I am,
But I'm also, I would take the half a day and hope for the best if it meant the difference between, in some timing issues, right? If you can get a half day within a couple of weeks versus there's not a full day for like.
Well, there's
I
neither,
knew you were gonna say
that's,
that.
I mean, that's the challenge, just
Yeah.
with the docket we have.
Is there
Limited resources devoted to civil domestic cases.
because,
That's been the challenge for quite some time.
because this case is teed up and ready to go, and I don't know how you feel about this, Shannon, but do you have cases that like at your CMCs that get continued where or not your CMCs, but your calendar calls? Do you do calendar?
Well, I don't generally have a calendar call set,
Okay.
but as I've offered in other cases as well, if something opens up, we can reach out to council to move it up, because I'll tell you right now, my next, just opening up my calendar, my next half-day setting, and my half-days typically are on Mondays, is December 1st.
Okay, that's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Just.
Now, I don't have a full day until February 19th. So I'm happy to give you that December 1st date with the
We'll
understanding
take
that
it.
if something opens up,
Sure.
we can reach out to you and
And I would appreciate that, especially because I would guess that you don't have much else that's been kicking around as long as this case because of all the issues with the
right,
the writs and whatnot.
right. No, I was hoping to conclude everything today. We spent an entire afternoon to talk to Bergquist. I don't know that was anticipated by anyone. But it is what it is. Again, I want to be clear, I'm not here to short circuit that time, but that being said, my thought is let's use December 1st, and I expect council to hone in on the important examination questions for the remaining witnesses. We'll finish up with the defendant. We have plaintiff's testimony. It sounds like a very brief.
From me, I
Other
don't know
witness.
what Ms. Wilson has for her.
a brief other witness, yes.
Right.
Oh, that one,
Right,
yes.
And so I would just leave it up to council to make sure we
Yep.
compact everything. So it is additional time, it's an additional 3 hours that, as I've indicated, I have no problem offering that to you. Just from a time standpoint, it creates logistical issues with the court's calendar and other cases, other
Yeah.
trial matters, so, and you're not alone in that regard.
I appreciate any help you could give us in trying to wrap this up
Right,
because it has.
yeah.
And
we
if
do
you
have
have an
some-
opening and you give us a call and we can make it work,
Let's do it.
we'd love that.
Ms. Wilson and I both agree that it's best for this family to get this
I
case
agree.
wrapped up.
I agree. All right, thank you for your appearances.
Thank you, Your Honor.